Hello, Reese from the Point Music Podcast thingy, and holy shit, I had some fun tonight. Back with a new podcast, and please ignore the squeaky seat. Um, Chatting with the Sydney duo, the Cherubs, and talking all the things about the debut single Nausea, and the life of session musos, and just the Sydney scene. We talk shit, and we talk shit plenty afterwards too, which you won't get, and it's just private sort of stuff, but I enjoyed. Anyway, the new single rocks. You need to check it out, and these guys are honestly lovely. So please do enjoy my chat with the Cherubs. And we're rolling. Don't mind us, we're being stupid idiots talking about Von Brew and Young Henrys. Hello, Young Henrys. Please, everyone, welcome the Cherubs, John and Dylan. I have to say that Nausea was an amazing single. So I'm picky and choosy with the shit that comes through and that I actually review. And sometimes your publicists are a bit pushy, so heads up on number. But when it comes to a song that sort of stands out and does something different, you guys nailed it. So like I like Block Party and Joy Division and LCD Sound System and that sort of stuff, and you guys have just combined all that into one little sort of thing here. But we'll get to that. But one of the things I really like about you guys is that you both session musos and you just went, I'm gonna make my own shit.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Screw playing other people's music. Let's just play our own.
Yeah, I certainly do more session stuff than Dylan.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to get the call.
But no, we've done session stuff together in the past, and that Dylan.
Yeah, that's how we pretty much met. Really, just jamming it out, and as you do.
As you do.
Yeah.
So who were you playing with?
Well, you're currently still playing with a couple of artists.
Yes. Well, I was with Nixon, still am, and Gojo at the moment. But I knew Dylan. We had just started jamming together.
With a couple of mutual friends.
Yeah. This legendary share house that I seem to spend half my time at. Even I live here, but and then Nixon needed an acoustic guitar player for something, so I thought, oh, Dylan's pretty good, and and then
and John and I just started.
We figured we kind of worked well together.
You gotta love that sort of mystery chemistry that sort of works out. So me being a bass player, if I gotta find the right drummer, if I'm not clicking with the drummer, then the shit ain't gonna fucking fly. And I just
absolutely,
I'll do my best. But it's funny how that kind of musical chemistry works. So what was it that drew you two together? What do you remember exactly? Sort of what clicked?
I mean, it's interesting you say that because my first instrument was bass. So I think having and slightly drums, but I guess like we probably did have a natural connection with the rhythm section, probably.
Yeah.
But in this band, I tend to sing and play guitar, but I guess like just we connected with similar interests in passions for the similar music genres and bands, and then also we just want to do this together. We want to travel the world and get paid doing it. So it was like, let's do it together.
Yeah, and then can't deny that a bromance formed very, very quickly.
So who's the snorer then?
I think Smashing Pup.
There's always fucking one.
Yeah.
My deviated septum.
Well, we haven't been like touring at the moment together too much yet. So like
we'll see how it goes.
You'll find out soon enough. I always tour with in-ears, not for on stage reasons. It's basically so I just can get some sleep. I always get stuck with someone that snores.
You borrowed my in-ears. Did you?
I did.
Did they work?
I had to borrow his for a recent show, and
that's kind of cute. They were the same ears.
They're all right. They started to hurt after a while, but
I hope you cleaned them.
Molds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I cleaned them. I
Oh,
cleaned them.
there's no easy way to clean an ear mold. You heard it first.
Yeah.
Just sanitize. Um,
Yes.
so I'm assuming you both have a mutual sort of like a love for sort of stuff like Parcels and New Order and Joy Division. That's why you decided to bring this project together, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love. I played the drums, and my objective, I suppose, is make people dance.
Mm-hmm.
That's always my number one goal. So I was really drawn to those LCD beats,
Mm-hmm.
New Order, and Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, yeah.
Just bam, 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 kick you in the butt kind of bass drum beats. And of course, I love rock music and pop music, and um, I think those bands that we both adore kind of drew us together
We
mostly.
definitely started pushing the envelope with like a lot of disco-y sort of stuff when we first started.
Yeah.
And then that's evolved. We've been pretty much jamming for just over a year, and just sort of formulating exactly what sound we wanted to reach. And by no means like this one single Nausea like can sort of articulate, all of our sort of, sound we're trying to get out. But it's a good start. I thought it was pretty much the like meat and potatoes of what we wanted to.
But do you
Sort of,
think you have
yeah, like
something more
kick it
intense
off.
coming? Do you have something more intense there that's just bursting ready to get out?
Kind of. It's a bit wonky.
I'd say it's more like maybe like a little bit more what's that word? Like, it craves a little bit more attention,
Mhm.
like artistically or so, it's not just so minimalistic. There's a lot of synths and a lot of, harmonies and whatnot going on in some of the other songs we've written. So and recorded already. So yeah, can't wait to get these out there.
Because the beat in
Yeah.
Nausea remind me straight up of like Helicopter or something from Block Party straight away.
Yeah.
Because it's heavy
Yeah.
16ths on the hi hats, but like super fast and that disco-y beat there. It just and
Good old disco hats.
Yeah, but it was like quite a dry snare too, and it was like really closed but just
Yeah.
it got me because I was never a big fan of Block Party before, like because I play in an indie band now, like and I kind of liked them. I liked the prayer and kind of weirdy wonky songs like that, as to use your term, but I was never really into it until sort of I came to appreciate a bit more by listening to a bit more sort of indie stuff coming through here, and now Nothing But Thieves, Block Party, all that kind of stuff. I really fucking dig that shit, and that's why I think when I first said Nausea, it got me straight away. But I do have to say, being a musician, that the guitar is it meant to be out of tune at the start, or what's the deal with?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like you've got really good pitched ears. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But everything, in that song was pretty much intended. Going back to your Block Party reference, similar, man. Like I obviously knew of them during the time that they were, smashing it, but never really cotton onto it until later. And it's that like after fact of the Vines. I mean, I love the Vines, but Block Party, the Strokes. You've got all these LCD. Even the Wombats, if you will.
Yep.
That sort of that sound, that post-punk revival sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going for. And so with that came the recording process, doing it with Pete Holtz, who's done some epic things with like Gang of Use and Peking Duck and whatnot. And so connecting with him, it was the whole intention of this song was to just go first take, give it, obviously like. Just try and make it as loose as possible. Like even like singing, I was really sick that day, singing the vocals, and so it may have worked in my favor.
Yeah, it kind of gave it like
low.
a very New Ordery kind of tone.
Yeah, and exactly. New Order is just like a perfect example of like you can hear the imperfections in those in that song, and I think it's. I mean, we've recorded some stuff in the past that maybe might be a little bit too polished. That sort of loses the soul of what we're trying to do and who we are. Like we're not perfect, and we're not going to be fucking perfect live. We're going to be fucking drowned in reverb and alcohol. and streaming. But it's I think it's just trying to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah, it was the first song that Dylan and I really, it was just Dylan and I, writing it together. There was not really any input from any producers or any other housemates jumping in. We bashed it out and we were like, wait, that's a song. Let's record it right away. And we didn't wait to record it. I think that probably
there's been no second guesses.
Yeah.
You can get people in your ear being like, oh, maybe this or that.
Don't
That's the
listen to
direction
that.
we should go.
Yeah.
Fully, yeah. I mean, and also we're so passionate about so many different, bands and artists that you sort of, you almost want to start going that way, and then you're like, no, maybe we should go this way. So I think this is like a moment of John and I just going, this is us. This is what naturally comes out. And lyrically, it's pretty fucking odd.
It is weird.
Yeah, it is, but it works in that sense.
Yeah.
I'm admittedly I'm not a massive lyrics person. Like I get the lyrics in all the bands wrong that I'm in. So, and luckily I'm not the singer. So, but
Yeah,
that'd be awkward as shit. But I forget what I was trying to go here.
sorry.
No, it
bit of a
happens.
tangent then.
Yeah, it's fine. Because I was watching do you know the documentary Meet Me in the Bathroom?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've got the book. It's I don't know if
Yeah,
you can see
yeah.
behind me. It's up there somewhere. But I started watching that last night, and I forgot how much of an impact that sort of like that post-punk garage revivalist sort of thing in the late 90s, early 2000s actually had on a world that was so full of compressed, polished pop and new metal and pop punk and that sort of stuff, and all of a sudden there's this scene in New York that sort of came out of nowhere. It was largely ignored. The labels didn't want to know about it. The magazines didn't know about it, but the fucking crowds and punters did. And
absolutely, man.
We need to see more of that coming through the Australian scene again, because it's sort of gone sort of by the wayside a little bit with the
the bubblegum. No, I dig that heaps actually, because I'd say and then then over on the other side of the pond you had the Libertines and and then the Arctic Monkeys doing a similar sound.
Yeah.
But then I rewatched Dig. Have you seen Dig, the doco?
Another one
about Brian Jonestown, and Dandies, and I think they have something to say as well, doing it in the 90s. And I think as well what they were doing is they were collaborating together and in separate bands, and so it was this real push for support of heaps of artists working collaboratively and trying to get there. Albeit those guys in the 90s were doing a lot of heroin and a lot of anger. But going back to what John's saying about us hanging out at the place I'm living at, we just call it the rumpus room, because we'll have so many artists coming and going. We've recorded songs in the house. We go to each other's gigs, and I think this is probably like you're saying, maybe what we need. And I think across in WA with Kevin Parker and the lads in Gum and Pond and stuff, they did a similar thing. And not by any means saying that we're even intending to do that. I've never actually really thought about it, to be honest. But I think this could be something cool if we're all sort of supporting each other and going to each other's gigs and just fucking doing it.
I think the key word is authenticity, and a lot of that I don't get coming through to me. I get a lot of pure stuff, but the way that you guys have come through in Nausea and the way it's recorded, there is an element of rawness to it. There's polish has been taken off, and I just appreciated that kind of stuff. But it's still got that sort of vibe and hit sort of to it where you go, fuck yeah, I could listen to a whole album of this. Whereas sometimes I get stuff that come through and they do one song that's just grabs you, and then you listen to the other songs they got through and they're just gone, oh okay, so they've gone and listened to other people, and then they've just released this thing that's just they've lost the authenticity, I think is what I'm trying to get at. Whereas what you guys are doing,
completely be real, right?
And we need more of it.
Thank you.
I think as well, like thank you first for that, because that's mad to hear. Um, I think as well, like, because it's interesting because we have recorded other songs, and you're looking back, which we even recorded before Nausea, you know,
Yeah.
and you sort of go, okay, with the response or whatever, authenticity, rawness, you know, I think as well with what we want to do, it's okay to play in on something. Like
Yeah.
if we want to go fucking bubblegum pop for a song, and then maybe, you know, like we say, you know, be real about it. Like maybe that involves, all right, let's make the whole aesthetic or the video clip or whatever. Like it's a bit like we're going into that, you know, this song is meant to be, it's just electric kit
Yeah.
and the vocals are pretty tuned. I think it can be done in the same band.
It's fun
Yeah.
as well.
If you believe it, like, I mean, you can tell if someone doesn't believe it, right? If there's you know, if there's a machine behind it that's pushing a separate, you know,
Because there is still
vision.
that need and desire, particularly for sort of younger generation. I mean, I'm in my 40s, okay, so I've aged out of the primary Triple J shit, okay? I aged out ages ago. But there's still that drive to appease the fucking gods of Kingsmill, or that's not Kingsmill anymore, but you get what I'm saying. It's just basically, even though they deny having a say in as a tastemaker in what sound comes through, it's still, I hear a lot of music that is it. You hear the first release and you go, yeah, it was really cool, and then they've just all of a sudden just gone, nah, we've got to channel and funnel this to sound like what it has to be to get onto the J's. And to me, I don't know if this is going to be any disrespect or anything to you guys, but you guys don't sound like you've created that kind of vibe to do that, which is why I fucking like it.
Cool.
It's something that if I heard the song and I saw you guys come up to near where I am, I'm up near Brisbane on Sunshine Coast, and you're playing, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll go see these guys because it'd be interesting to see. And it's not full of backing tracks and completely like just there's no looseness to it.
Yeah. Oh, there is looseness to it.
But I want looseness to it. Yeah.
Like it's yeah. Sorry, yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, there is. Yeah. No, absolutely, man. And I mean, with such a, you know, band like ourselves, like we're just trying to work this all out in the Cherubs, you know, like that's what we've been doing for the last year. You know, what do we want to do? You know, do we want back? Because I fully, you know, some of my favorite artists, you know, have backing tracks.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with backing tracks, but when you're getting like a pre-programmed performance that's just been to a T, and I've been in bands that are like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes sucks the life out of that band.
And you know, God forbid the drummer. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what?
Do you like clicks, mate? Do you like the sound of constant cowbell in your ear? Yes, please give me more.
I love it. I love it.
You go to bed.
I do. I get worried when I can't hear it.
Yeah, you drive with it. Sex with it.
At least keeps it in rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, we're going 6/8 tonight, baby.
Oh, we're going proggy tonight, baby.
Yeah, John's a drum teacher as well. He'll show me some
7, 8, 15, 16. Let's do it.
Yeah, he'll be like, hey, brother, try this rhythm out. 13.
A left foot clave, 7, 8.
It's the Kama Sutra for drummers.
So yeah, man. No, look, yeah. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I was going to say. So, what is next for you guys? Now you've just purged this from your system. You've done Nausea. You got it out. I mean, pardon the pun, but purging. But yeah, you get what I mean. And you said you got more stuff coming. So, what do you plan to do now?
Well, we want to start playing live.
Yeah,
honestly, we want to start playing some gigs. Get into the scene.
We've had music sitting, you know, on our drives for months now, and that we really just want to sign them off and put them out.
I know that fucking feeling.
Do it, you know. Yeah, get this idea it's crazy. Actually, yeah, I've never really thought of Nausea as like purging in that response, but yeah, it is. It's like letting the floodgate go. Finally, let's get it out there.
Let's
Like
get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
While we can, man, like let's release as often and as as frequently as possible. And who knows, maybe that's the other thing, man. Like, obviously we have these visions for big concept albums or EPs, whatever that means in this, current climate. I think as well we'll just be releasing art that we create, and just bringing those songs out. And, it's maybe one or two won't hit, but then it will be followed up by another one, and you'll forget about those other ones, and then it'll just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know I love everything we write. I know John does too.
Yeah.
But I don't think, again, what you're saying, authenticity. I don't think we're trying to please anyone or everyone. It's just like, let's just do it. And obviously, we want people to really enjoy it. Otherwise we would be doing a prog, 13-minute
The Smashing
stanza.
Pumpkins cover band.
Do
Yeah, we'd
it.
just be doing a pub. Oh man, we're 100% playing Cherub Rock live.
Yes.
We were jamming that.
The 15-minute version of it.
Fucking yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, Starla. We'll do Starla. Do you know that song?
No.
That's a deep cut.
Oh, I love that.
It's
Oh.
John. It's like a pumpkin song.
So what's the Sydney scene like these days?
Ooh.
Man, there's some cool.
Because I'm heading down there
underground
with one of my
shit.
bands in 2 weeks.
Okay. Where are you playing?
Playing
what
the Lady Hampshire.
Dude, they've just done a really beautiful renovation there, right near where I live. So kick-ons at mine.
Oh yeah, don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's they've done this real sort of look, I don't even know why I went there because I can't even think of the sound. Sorry, not sound. I'm thinking sound design. The set design aspect.
Okay.
But it's just it's a cool pub on the outskirts of it's in Camperdown, outskirts of the inner west circle of Newtown and Enmore. And yeah, man, like we've got a lot of friends that are doing a lot of fucking sick shows and sick gigs. I'd say, like there is a big sort of underground punk sort of, revivalry going on that I'm getting into, personally. Yeah. I don't know. Anything to add to that? That's sort of why we're trying to think where to play. We're trying to work out exactly where to
It's
play,
the right fit.
and yeah, with the right fit bands.
Because the last time I was down there, I was playing in a reggae band, and I played at Lazy Bones was probably the last place I played.
Yeah,
in Marrickville.
Yeah.
And then we played at in Manly at the Hotel Stein. But
cool.
it's been like 4 years since I've been anywhere near a Sydney venue. So yeah.
Was that at was it Moonshine back then? 4 years ago?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Moonshine delivered. Yeah.
That was a cool
Yeah,
venue.
that was a sick venue.
But I mean, I thought Lazy Bones was pretty dope though too. Playing on stage and looking up and seeing the mirror on the roof there, and you're sitting there, oh, I'm flipping out. What the?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So
Did Vinci paint that?
well, why don't you guys just basically start a revivalist kind of thing there, become part of this like indie dance rock sort of scene, and encourage it, and start a fucking just guerrilla tactics, just fucking own it. But do you? But do you have to? Because I'm assuming because it's just the two of you, you have to get session musos in. Is that what you have to do?
Oh man, we're so fortunate
Now
with
yeah.
like I don't know, my brother, we've got so many friends. Like my brother plays guitar in our band. He's just like, and then our really good mate Jose also plays guitar, bass, dependent on what's the situation.
All right.
We've just got a lot
So
of
you're
friends
sorted.
that are like, yeah, essentially they're like, so invested in us, they just don't want to be, doing the whole art band thing forever, like that's not their vision. And so John and I are like, well, you know what, like it is ours, and it kind of makes it easier having to go back and forth with two people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can understand that. Being as someone that's been in bands that got 6 members in it, I could, man, fucking jealous of that.
All the guitars and bass was all Dylan though in Nausea.
So,
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I can play everything, and then John can play fucking every drum you can imagine. And then we just, produce with the help of, the amazing Pete or whoever else we're going to use in the future. You know how it is. You know how it goes.
I know how
I don't
it
need
goes.
to tell you, Reese.
No,
You're an
you
artist
don't need
yourself.
to tell me, man. It took me 3 years to release one of my albums, and another album that's been sitting in the shelf for 4 years is supposed to come out next month. So yeah, don't sit on those tracks. Just release them. Heed my words. Heed my warning. Pop them out. And then start coming up here.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, the Brizzy scene always delivered one in the past.
Still does.
I love
Yeah, I'm
Brisbane.
sure it does, man. It's been a minute since I've been up there. Fortitude Valley. Been up.
Well, even the Sunny Coast still has a pretty decent scene. I'm sort of halfway between the two. So, yeah.
Well, maybe you can help us out with some potential venues because, look, man, Johnny and I are ready to hit the road. That's the other thing with sort of our product is we're not afraid to just do a 2-piece and just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
And sort of fit whatever vibe we want to do, if we can.
Maybe with tracks.
If we get some mates on
No one's
stage,
judging.
if we can.
No one's judging.
Yeah. I mean, now we've met you, Reese.
I mean, I'm a bass player. I could
you
just come in a session with you.
100%. We'll pay you.
In tokens. You get your
Yeah,
choice of provider.
I was leaving that.
Yes.
I know how it works.
Carlton or VBs only.
This is not my first fucking rodeo, guys. Happy to. All right, well, we'll wrap this up now, so because we got the little warning thing, and I'll have a little bit of a debrief with you. But well done on Nausea, guys, because it's a fucking ripper track. And if the people are listening to this or watching this that haven't seen Nausea or listened to Nausea, because the film clip's pretty fun too, do it now. The link will be in the actual bio, the description of this podcast too. So John and Dylan, you guys have been amazing. Please hang in there, and good luck with the rest of the stuff. Everyone else, adios.
Thank you so much, Reese. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Really hope you enjoyed this. I'm doing this so quickly because I want to go watch the Tillies game, and this is sort of impeding on that right now. Big shout out to John and Dill from the Cherubs, and do check out Nausea. It's an incredible single, particularly if you like the stuff like Block Party, Joy Division, Arctic Monkeys, that kind of jangly sort of stuff. It's good. Okay, take my word for it. I had to listen to it like 10 times to do the review. Love it. Anyway, thank you for supporting local music, live music, Australian music, all sorts of music. You guys are legends. Cheers.